Hello and welcome into the Knicks-Verse. My name is George, and if this is your first time here or you've been here before but have not subscribed yet, please do so, along with hitting the thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video, and drop your comments. Love the comments. The comments from the previous video were outstanding. I loved everyone's passion. I love everyone trying to correct me. I appreciate that, because sometimes I go a little too far. I still don't think that I went actually too far. And I'm going to explain why, and I'm going to keep explaining it to you guys. Because I'm not just looking at one game. I'm projecting forward. So I'm just going to put that out there, and then I'm going to circle back to that. First, we're going to talk about this awesome win, because it was such a relief. Happy birthday to Julius Randle. Congratulations, brother. You scored. I mean, you were fantastic today, offensively. Here we go. Here we go. Julius Randle on his 28th birthday. 31 minutes, 36 points, 14 of 24 shooting, 6 of 13 from the three. He was lighting it up from distance. Fantastic. When he gets that shot going right away, you can see he relaxes. He's a much more engaged player on both ends of the court when his shot is falling. Sometimes that's just how it is for people. I can totally relate that. I can get that. I can understand that. But unfortunately, you do have to be committed no matter what. But sometimes you can just have a little extra juice. And tonight, it was his birthday. And congratulations to be able to have a game like this on your birthday. Plus 36 in the end. 7 rebounds. 5 dimes. Only 3 turnovers, which for him, we'll take it. We'll take it. 3 turnovers. I'd rather be down to 2, but we'll take 3. Definitely... He set the tone offensively, which is fantastic. The Knicks got off to a tremendous start, but Detroit was shooting the lights out as well in the beginning of this game. So it was like zero defense. And I'll get back to the defense, because that is the most concerning part of the situation of the Knicks. However, they are taking care of business against the teams they need to take care of business against. And tonight, this was an example of that. So congratulations. Knicks won 140-110. Emmanuel quickly played. Even though he had that sore knee, he couldn't return in the last game. Somehow he played tonight. And hopefully he'll be available for tomorrow. It's a back-to-back. So they're coming back home to play the Milwaukee Bucks. So Giannis. It's going to be a big challenge. Thibs did wait a little long, in my opinion, to start resting some of the players in the fourth quarter. But he did eventually get around to it. So let's keep going here. Here we go. Oh, Mitch. I gotta say, Mitch with his 13 bounds. Now again, he's playing the Pistons. The Pistons were without Cade Cunningham. They were without Jaden Ivey. So they were compromised. They were shorthanded. But still, if you don't pummel a team like that, then what are you? So if you are someone who's going to be a team that's going to be living in the middle, which is what's happening right now. That's the narrative right now. That's the Knicks world, Knicks-Verse, Knicks narrative right now is we're in the middle. And most people perceive that as a big negative. I don't personally, but and I think if you've watched this channel before, you understand why. But I'll circle back to it. Either way, you have to beat these kind of teams, and you have to beat them badly, which the Knicks finally did. Even though the Knicks did get out to a nice lead in this game, and eventually coughed it up. At one point, they were down by a point, which is pretty interesting. Look at this. 16 of 35 from the three-point line. They hit 45.7%. They were hitting left and right in the first half. It was fantastic. Overall, they shot 56.3% overall. Nice game for RJ. Nice little bounce-back game. He got off to a slow start again. He was like 0 for 3. He was missing, but he hit some 2 nice, I think they were both corner threes, which I'm glad. I feel like the Knicks haven't been taking as many corner threes this season as in the previous 2 seasons. I'm going to have to check that, but it seems like the frequency of corner threes is down. Now, is it because we lost Burks, who feasted from the corner, Reggie Bullock the season before? It could be that. Could be the way the offense is now designed. But it's nice to see Brunson get out there and hit both of his 3-point shots. 6 of 8 for him. Only had to play 18 minutes, which is great because we're going to need him tomorrow night. 16 points for him on 8 shots. 16 points for Barrett on 11 shots. 16 points for Quentin Grimes, who played his playmaking right now. His ability to see opportunities for his teammates it's really changing the offense right now. Love that. Even though I still think Cam Reddish should start over him and let Quinton wrestle that away from him with this kind of play. But look at this. I mean, it's hard to argue with this tonight. So it's great to have that ability to have someone like Cam come off the bench when you need some size all around. So we'll see how this thing plays out. Even, let's see, who did I overlook? Anybody? No, look at that starting lineup. If Mitch had taken a three-point shot tonight and hit it, it would have been perfect for this. Let's see. Yeah, 2 dimes only for Quinton. He should have had a couple more because there were definitely some great passes. I think some guys just got fouled. They just got missed shots and stuff, but he should have gotten a fefew more dimes. RJ came up with 3 dimes in his 24 minutes. Obi Toppin, 18 minutes, 3 of 4. He hit like a 29-foot three-point shot at one time. It was nice to see that three-point shot hitting because I don't know what's happened with him. He got off to a tremendous start. The first 10 or so games of the season, he was knocking down the three-point shot. He was fantastic. Then he just fell off the table. And I definitely noticed it after the news broke out about IQ possibly being traded. Since then, his production has dwindled. But tonight he had a nice bounce-back game in 18 minutes there. And like I pointed out, Cam didn't hit his three-point shot tonight. He might have been a little rusty, not sure. But not rusty, but maybe not starting. Who knows? 2 of 6 for him. Isaiah Hartenstein, 14 minutes, 3 of 4, 4 rebounds. There was a nice pass from D Rose when he cut down the left side, dumped it off to Isaiah. He caught it in the air, didn't even come down with it, just laid it up. Beautiful play. Let's see. We got to see a little. Well, Jericho Sims only came in the garbage time, and of course his efficiency is insane. 3 of 3. Derrick Rose, 25 minutes tonight. 2 of 7 overall. He got a lot of minutes because Brunson got the rest, which is nice. And, when you build up a lead, you got to take advantage of that, and that's what they did tonight. We even saw some Deuce McBride, but I'll say, I think tonight, the guy who was most key was, other than the starting unit. Starting unit played very well. Was from the bench. It was Emmanuel Quickley. Even though he didn't get credited, he hit a three-point shot. His foot must have been on the line, so he ended up. It wasn't credited as a three-point shot, but his foot was on the line. He hit it cleanly. 7 of 12 overall, 15 points, 4 dimes for him, 1 rebound. 1 rebound is low for him, but he had a really good game. I love the way he is now finishing when he goes to the hoop. Mike Breen commented during the broadcast that he feels the extra weight or muscle that IQ has put on is just the right amount for him. Not because he used to get bumped and it would totally disrupt his shot. Now he's able to absorb the contact and still stay focused and finish through the contact, which is something we want someone to do, which is RJ. We really want RJ to do that. Because no one gets to the hole as easy as RJ does. But he's still not finishing at that level that we need. Look at this. He was 2 of 6 overall in the 2-point range. So, but this game, what a relief. The Knicks had 31 assists, 50 rebounds, totally destroyed Detroit, as they should. The plus minus is just a beautiful thing when you look at the starting unit. Plus 36 for Randle, as I mentioned before. Plus 31 for Mitch. Plus 15 for Brunson, but he only played 18 minutes or so. Plus 32 for RJ, and a plus 37 for Quentin Grimes. It's important to have Quentin Grimes out on the court when Brunson's out there. He helps cover up some of the issues out on the perimeter that some of the deficiencies that we have with Brunson. Brunson is just small. I'm not picking on him and saying he's a bad defender. He's trying his best. The problem is in today's NBA, it's not like in years ago where you could pick up 5, 6 charge calls in a game. Now you're lucky if you get 2. So if that's part of your game, if that's part of your defensive strategy, that's not going to work now. So you have to understand where to be certain spots, try to clog certain passing lanes. And I'm seeing a little bit of it, but just not enough to make up for his lack of size. And especially against the bigger guards, which tonight we weren't facing that. Well, Killian Hayes is got some decent size, but he wasn't anyone to really worry about in general. D Rose plus 17, fantastic. Let's go over here. You can see Marvin Bagley, who I know has, there's a lot of little fans out there for him. He had 13.7 rebounds, a couple of dimes. This guy, Bogdanovich, he hurt us in the beginning. I'm not sure why he only played 19 minutes. He was hurting us. You know, he was actually, they had Grimes on him for a little while, and he was definitely scoring over Grimes. He was a difficult matchup for him. 6'7", you know, just a little bigger, and also crafty. He understands how to work the angles, and so he definitely was bothering Grimes a bit. You can see Killian Hayes finished 5 of 11, a nice, decently efficient night for him. Though only 1 of 4 from the three-point line. That's his big weakness for him. Our guy, Kevin Knox, 17 minutes. You don't see it here, but he had a couple of blocks. It was nice to see him out there rooting for the guy. He had a 20-point game not long ago, which, like Breen said in the broadcast, was the first one he's had since his rookie year. Wow. Just stunned about that. Jalen Duren just turned, did they say he just turned 18 or 19 or something? 27 minutes, 6 of 7, 12 points. If he can develop any kind of like shot, he could be a problem in the NBA. Also, another Knick, ex-Knick, Alec Burks. Not a good game for him. He's been playing very well for the Pistons lately. In fact, he was one of the big reasons that the Pistons were able to beat. Who'd they beat? They beat the Nuggets, and I believe the Pacers. Not sure, but they beat 2 decent teams, and a lot of it was because of Burks. Tonight he didn't have a good night, and I can see it. You know, he's played on the Knicks. Those are his friends over there. Sometimes you want to like show up and show them that they made a mistake letting you go, but he's not that kind of guy. He's a really nice person, and he's pretty low key. So I'm not surprised he struggled against the Knicks tonight. Though next time we play the Pistons, and if he's available to play, I can easily see him exploding up on us. All right, let's get to the team stats. Knicks put up 96 shots, hit 54 of them. Outstanding. I mean, the shooting, they look good too. They were good shots. I mean, were there some heat check shots by Randle? Sure. But when you're rolling like that, you get a few. You're allowed to have a couple of heat check shots. It's no problem. As you can see, the largest lead at one point was 32 for us. We actually did give up the lead at one point. A 1 point lead. Points in the paint, 68 to 50. Knicks were a plus 18 there. Even fast break points, a plus 5. We kept the turnovers low for a majority of the game. I think a lot of those turnovers there, I don't know, I didn't break it down by quarter, but there might have been more once the game was out of hand. I think that's where some of the, like maybe 4 or 5 of those turnovers came from there. They were keeping it, they were holding on to the ball and protecting the ball pretty well in general. Like I said, 31 assists. Pistons had 28. Steals, 9-6. Nice. Blocks, we only got credit for 1 block. Wow, I could swear Mitch got a couple of blocks. But, that's what it is here. All right, one thing I want to talk about is this. The Knicks are now 10-11. We've won 10 games. 10 games out of 21. We're right at about the quarter season. We've played about a quarter of the season right now, a little over. Well, I guess about a quarter of the season. We're 7 games back. We are 6-6 on the road, which is a good sign. We are beating the teams we're supposed to beat. Excellent. With this, we're at the bottom of the play-in situation. We had dropped down after we lost to Memphis on Sunday, which was disappointing, man. I really wanted that Memphis game, but whatever. Tomorrow night, we have a big, tough game against Milwaukee. Look at that. They're second behind the Boston Celtics. The Celtics are just playing outstanding basketball right now. Outstanding. And look at Cleveland. When you look at Cleveland, Cleveland has 13 wins. We have 10. They have Donovan Mitchell. They have 13 wins. They have 3 more wins than we do. 3 more wins. We'll see how things go. We'll see how things go, how things progress as the season moves on. The surprise team here is Indiana, but it's not a surprise to me, man. I mean, they've got some players. I mean, Halliburton he's playing tremendous basketball right now. If you guys watched last night, was a tremendous come from behind against the Lakers. They were down 17 in the fourth quarter, came from behind. Halliburton in a broken play found Nemhard out on the wing there, and he buried the 3-point shot for the game winner. Happy for them. They draft well. They develop well. Rick Carlisle. They're gonna be a problem for the Knicks in the future, like they have been in the past. Back in the 90s, Reggie Miller Pacers, they were a problem for the Knicks. So we're gonna see, especially them with Benedict Mathurin, and man. So, and they even have Chris Duarte right now too. So it's gonna be interesting. But look how packed that middle is. Toronto 11-9, Washington 11-10, Atlanta 11-10, Brooklyn 11-11, Knicks 10-11, Miami 10-11. That is a very, very packed middle. The team that plays the best defense of that group moving forward is the team that's going to rise above and get into that upper 6 teams. Or if it's Toronto, they'll stay in there. Toronto is also another team to be concerned about. Do I think Indiana's going to stay in that area for the rest of the season? I doubt by game 60 that they're up there. I doubt it. But we will see. We'll see. I mean, sometimes young players, they just, just keep developing. And that's what they have there. That's another thing. And also, is Miami going to stay down there, 10 and 11? Could be. Miami may have seen their window may have closed. I haven't paid that much attention to them. I'm going to look into it more and see what's happening there. Possibly it could be that the window's closed. That's what I'm hearing. But that's neither here nor there. It's just what people are saying. But I want to show you guys something here. So, see right here? We are right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11th place. Okay. The New York Knicks now have the second best scoring offense in the Eastern Conference. I tweeted a little earlier, and at that time we had the third best. But of course, now with this 140-point game that we just had, we rose up. We are averaging 115.8 points per game. Offense is not our problem. Not at all. Not at all. We are in second place right there. And look at Indiana. That's why they're playing so well. Look at our defense. We were last before tonight's game. We were last. We were below Detroit before tonight's game. Now we're just above Detroit. We allow 116.6 points per game. We allowed 110 points to Detroit tonight. This is the main issue with the Knicks. It's not offense. We can make buckets. We have enough guys. I mean, Brunson is fantastic at getting a bucket when he needs it. Randle, in general, Randle is offensively, he's a plus player offensively, especially when his usage rate is reduced. The ball isn't in his hands as often, and he doesn't have to make as many decisions. That's how to maximize him. Same with, and I gotta say, right now, even though as disappointed as I am with RJ, that is the truth. Right now, RJ needs the ball less in his hands. I actually have argued in the past the reverse, but right now he needs to get his defensive game back in order. That's what he needs to focus on, because he can get you points. He can still, those moments, especially out on fast breaks, or you do run a pistol action, he can get to the rim, and he's starting to finish. He's definitely finishing at a better rate this season than he has in the past. So those are all promising. However, his three-point shot is still basically absent. But it really comes down to the defense. We just give up too many points. Way too many points. And to bring that concept in here, I'm going to show you this right here. This is from Cleaning the Glass. Now, this doesn't include tonight's game. So this is all the plays are included here, not including garbage time, where Brunson and Randle are on the court and RJ is off the court. All right? All the way to the left, the differential, the Knicks are a plus 17.7. So, per 100 possessions. So that means per 100 possessions, whenever RJ's off the court and Brunson and Randle are on the court together, the Knicks are a plus 17.7 points better than all other teams that they've played against. They score an average 121.1 points per 100 possessions, which is good enough for 95 percentile. That's that beautiful orange color right there. When you look all the way to the right, or it says points possession to the right, it says 97 in orange, and it's 103.4. That's defense. I had to cut it off so that make it large enough for you guys. That's defense. So when RJ's off the court and Brunson and Randle are on the court, the Knicks are holding teams down to 103.4 points per game. So, when you subtract that from the 121.1, that's where you get the differential of plus 17.7. So look what happens when Randle is off the court and RJ and Brunson are on the court together. You guys see that? The Knicks almost double the differential. 33.9. 33.9. The offense goes from a 121.1 to a 124.6. And the defense goes from a 103.4, which is excellent, 97 percentile, to a 90.7. So what does this say? To me, this says that having all three on the court together is an issue defensively. It's an issue, and it's not necessarily a Brunson issue. It's an RJ Randle issue. When they're on the court together, they are playing their worst defense. Now, Tom Thibodeau is supposed to be a defensive genius. And we've seen it. He is. He's won 2 Coach of the Years because he is. I mean, he was able to turn last year's team into, a top 10 defensive team. I think we were finished top 8. So he's got to figure this part out. He's got to figure out how Randle and RJ can play better defense when they're both on the court together. That is why we're losing. That is why this team is not right now, whatever the record that Cleveland has. That's why we're not. Or let's say that's why we're not 12-9. That's why we haven't. That's why we could have had 2 more wins if Randle and or maybe even 3, honestly, because the way Brunson is able to score when you need a bucket. I mean, he gives you, but is he a defensive liability? Absolutely, he is. But he bears tremendous responsibility for the failings of the team defensively. However, at the core of it, it's Randle and RJ. Is it the way the scheme is designed? Is it just lack of effort? Like we saw tonight, effort from Randle, but we know we've seen lack of effort from Randle before. Is RJ that extra weight and muscle he put on in the offseason? Has it made him a little slower? Has it reduced his lateral movement? You saw there were plays tonight, even like on Kevin Knox. His terrible closeout on Kevin Knox on the 3-point line. Knox, he just blew right past him. Not understanding how to guard the perimeter. They have to nail this down. If they can fix that internally, this team can become a much, much better team. That is the issue here, and I hope they can figure this out before it's too late. But the upside is that Randle's starting to find his ability to score. His shot is returning, the 3-point shots, because we saw that his career 3-point shooting is pretty dismal, except for the one season. So if he can return to becoming a consistent, I'd take 37.5% from the 3-point line from him, 38%. He will become a very valuable piece. Very valuable piece. And I'm not going to get into what we can do later on with him and all that stuff. Right now, let's just enjoy this moment. But the defense, they've got it together. They even gave up 110 points to the Detroit Pistons. And actually, let's even look at Detroit shot 50.6% overall. It's going to be hard to beat good teams. It's going to be hard to beat good teams when you allow them to score that easily. All right, well, thank you so much for watching this. Again, my name is George. Please subscribe if you haven't and turn on the notification bell so you're alerted when I drop a video. And hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this, and definitely drop your comments. I love hearing what you guys think about anything in general or anything I might have said here. All right, let's see. Tomorrow night, the Milwaukee Bucks. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, especially as a second game on a back-to-back that they're traveling back. At least they're traveling back home, but it's still going to be a major battle. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough win. But in the NBA, any team can beat any team on any night if they play their best. So let's see what they can do. Also, we got a nice blowout tonight, and they got to rest some guys here. I mean, Brunson only played 18 minutes. So let's hope that this pays off, and hope the good positive mojo that they acquired here in Detroit, they can bring it back home with them and lay it out there on the court against the Milwaukee Bucks and steal a win and get back to 500. All right, thank you guys so much for watching this. And I will see you around the Knicks-Verse.